Okay, so let's talk about interior and exterior angles and polygons. Just to remind you guys, a polygon is a closed-sided figure with three or more sides. With polygons can either be regular or they can be irregular. Regular means that they're convex and that all their sides are congruent and all their angles are congruent. So a three-sided figure is called a triangle. Well, in the triangles, a regular triangle is equilateral. A four-sided figure is a quadrilateral. A regular quadrilateral would be the square. And then all the other shapes after that, pentagon, hexagon, and so on, we just call those regular pentagons or regular hexagons if they have all sides are congruent and all angles are congruent. So if I want to figure out how much all the interior angles inside of any polygon add up to be, okay, that's what SUM means, sum. The sum of the interior angles, how many degrees do all the angles add up to be? I can use this formula, 180 times n minus 2, where n stands for the number of sides that the polygon has. So that's all the angles added together. But if I take all of the angles added together, and this shape's a regular polygon, I can find out what one angle is by dividing the interior angle sum by the number of sides. So if I want to find one or each interior angle, this only works though when the shape, the polygon, is regular. I do 180 times n minus 2, and then I divide by the number of sides. In any shape, no matter what, the exterior angles will always add up to be 360, no matter what. Doesn't matter if it's a four-sided figure, a five-sided figure, a 100-sided figure, all the angles in the exterior always add together to equal 360 degrees. Now, if this shape is regular, I can take 360 degrees, the sum of all the exterior angles, and I can divide it by the number of sides. If I divide that by the number of sides, it gives me how many degrees one of the exterior angles is going to be. I want you to pause this video and try to do the next couple examples on your own and then come check your answers. Interior angle sum of a dodecagon. First thing we need to understand that we have to use this formula, interior angle sum. So I copied and pasted that formula here. The interior angle sum is equal to 180 times n minus 2, where n is the number of the sides. We're trying to find the interior angle sum of a dodecagon. Dodecagon is when n equals 12. So we take our formula. We're going to substitute in 12, so we got 180 times 12 minus 2. 12 minus 2 is 10, so what's 180 times 10? That gets us 1,800 degrees. So when I add together all the angles inside of a dodecagon, I get 1,800 degrees. For the next example, it asks us to find each interior angle. So it just wants one of them. In order to find one interior angle, we know the shape has to be regular. And when I look here, heptagon, that's when n equals 7. So we need the formula for one interior angle, which is 180 times n minus 2 over the number of sides. And we're just going to plug in what we know. So it's going to be 180 times 7 minus 2, all divided by 7. So I can either type this in a calculator, I can work it out systematically. I get 180 7 minus 2 is 5, and this is still divided by 7. 180 times 5 is 900. 900 divided by 7. So each interior angle is approximately 128.57 degrees. For some of these, you're not going to get an exact degrees because of the number of sides not being even. Okay, on the last example, if a regular polygon has an angle sum of 1980, that means the interior angles add up to be 1,980. How many sides does the polygon have? So now I'm asking you to work backwards and figure out what n is. This says interior angle sum, so this is going to be, we need the formula for interior angle sum, which will be 180 times n minus 2. This time, though, we are given the answer. So we know the interior angle sum is 1,980. And we're trying to figure out what n is. So that's going to equal 180 times n minus 2. Lots of ways you can do the algebra here. I'm just going to choose to divide both sides by 180. When I do that, I get 11. So 11 is going to equal n minus 2. And then we'll add 2 to both sides. So the number of sides is 13. You guys are responsible for knowing up to 12. When you get to 13 or above, we just call this thing a 13-gon. 14-gon, 15-gon, 16-gon, and so on and so forth.